What's up, y'all? It's L-Dub with another one. So working on a Suzuki today. I'm gonna do a little pump in it, so we're gonna see how this goes. But okay, that keyway is still in there, so. Case bolts, so we're gonna go up here. That's ratchet. We can shoot them from the top with a wrench on the bottom. Got a there. It is leaking from a pan, so first things first. Well, that cat's got a hole in it. Ouch. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is mock up a wrench for this one. So we're gonna hit him with PB. Okay, we're gonna go with those two real quick. Okay, so we're gonna put an angled wrench on it like this. I'm gonna try and let it sit. Okay, reach down through the engine bay. Get your impact on it. Okay, there's that. Go to the other one if you can get it. Okay, so we have 14mm here. We're gonna shoot the mount first. So up in. Okay. Okay, got another nut. Okay. Our engine mount's undone, so bottom brace has to go. Okay. boost, okay? O2 sensor. Our exhaust is kind of hanging here. I'm going to see if we can shoot it and pull it out with the exhaust still in. And just let it hang, because I got room to stretch. So I may just flex it out of there, so... Let's see if we can shoot them all. Okay, so we're pulling out these bolts here. Trying to get this faceplate off right there, okay? In the back, bolts to it. Exhaust nut that I found down here, yippee. So we got that off. Now you can look up and see there's the rest of those pan bolts. So we're gonna end up hitting them like this. Trying to get a good view on it, but maybe that's a better one. I'm just trying to think it should be up a little higher, but okay, there's all 4 of them out right there. So we got all 4. Pan bolts here. So what we got left is enough to drop this low enough we can slide this past the exhaust, and we got flex room. That's what we need. So we're done there, done there, done there. Where we got near the back, okay? About 1, 2, this whole side. So we're gonna start by shooting. One. 2. Okay. There's number 3. The one in the back, you can get it if you just slide it right next to the diff, right next to where the axles go in. Some people say you have to take an axle out for this. I don't buy that crap. It's going to start dripping on you, so keep your face out of the way of the pan. Okay, pan hardware. Let that sock, that pickup's drain for a little bit, okay? That's going to drain for a while, so let it drain in there with a closed plug. We've got our oil pump right here, but we have no shavings in the pan, so I don't think that we threw a rod. I think the oil pump's just out. So give it a second. We need to take this timing case off up here too. So we're going to have to drop the motor low and start doing it from there. But as long as this is off, then we've got room to play. So you can see we got a jack under there. We're probably going to have to jack it back up. We'll see. So what we're going to do is remove our pump cover first, okay? That being said, there's one in the back, right there. Okay, we're going to throw the pump cover in the pan along with the hardware to it. Yeah, the chain's slack. See? the pumps out. So our chain is way too slacked here, so our chain may have stretched on it. We're going to pull it up and see, but okay. Wrench this one out of here. I might be able to shoot it right here. Jeez, dude. Okay, so we're gonna start working on upping time. Start pulling bolts for you. Heads for I just had a there. Okay, all these out. Strip all that. Isn't really looking too bad. That out of the way. All covered. Okay. This thing's glued on here pretty good. One off. Our pulley, it's right in the way. We can't really sneak that off, so not good. So we might have to go way up. I mean, way up. That might be the only option here. Okay, let's see, move this out of the way. Get room to remove our pulley. Okay, so our pulley will sit here. Okay, so you can see we're getting the timing case off, but we're gonna have to pull this here. We're gonna have to pull the water pump pulley in order to get that one. And AC's got to come off. Okay. Wrench it out. Come on. There we go. Jeez, dude. That one is in there. got one in the way from the freaking AC. Yep. Pulley's got to come off. There we go. Water pump pulley. Let's go 1, 2. Okay, so bolt. Okay, we are close. It's gonna need a deep socket, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna. There it is. Got this thing clear except for that AC mount. I think there's one back there that can't be reached unless it's out. So gotta pull AC and let it hang. Well, I could leave the wiring on it, but I don't have much pull. These are hard lines, so it's probably just going to swing out and maybe to the side. Who puts one bolt in there? That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I actually think that they're 14s, now they're 13s. Two. Boom. AC. Okay. So now we're gonna have to do electrical, but I might get away with just moving it out of the way. That's, I don't know if I have room for that. Or I can hit it from there and from right there, I think. Yeah. Okay. Okay, these are loose. Got 2 more, no angle wrench. That's going to be a deep socket. Question is, can I sneak it? Answer is probably. So for these 2 AC mount bolts, I used a 14mm angled wrench, and it seemed to work out just fine for me here. So I'm gonna kind of see how far I get this. But deep socket for the top too. Okay, 14 deep. Maybe it's not loose, dude. Maybe it just has slack, so it runs like that. That could be. It's got a slack in it for a reason. It's quite a bit of slack, but it still holds. It's kind of like, okay. Okay. Got that in there. Pull the belly pan off of this thing, so these are the pump bolts for it. So I'll probably take the pickup tube off first. Okay, so now this one has to come out. We're going to switch this pump out like this, okay? Pick it up off the teeth. set that one down. Instead of that, we got to pull our sleeve out. I think I'm gonna have to tap it. It's almost like it's a pressed fitting that goes in the pump. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're going back in with the pump here. Get the teeth on it, like so. Let it sit. New pumps in. Oh yeah. Okay, I got the pickup tube in. Okay, so we got our timing case back on, RVT on it. We used RVT Grey, Permatex. So the way to get this back in, you have to get this bolt for the pulley up over the frame here. So we're going to kind of mash this together really quick. We're going to get one of these rammed in here really quick. Okay, so we got one. Set it up like this here. Get the top two in. gonna start threading random bolts here. This cell's pretty much set up, but I cleaned the surface with a wire wheel and ran it that way. Okay, so we're going to run a couple of these bottom ones in, just to get the bottom in there good. This side is having some trouble slipping over, so we're going to shoot the right side first. So we'll seal. I might even take a hammer to it first and see if it'll press up over. It's having issues with the front seal here, clearing the crank, so install the pan, got RVT on it. We're gonna go down, slide this up and in. I've got 3 of these bolts to snug it really quick, but you have a stud on this side right here that you can line it up with and shove it through. So you got 2 studs. Line up with the studs here. Okay. Deep socket. Okay. Okay. Let's get one more in here. Okay. So we got our pin in. Every single bolt all along. The 2 studs that would help you line this up. I'm gonna shoot your gasket. So you're gonna have to use RVT. I don't know if they actually sell a gasket for this or not. So I'm not sure if they sell an actual oil pan gasket. I think you have to make your own. But when you're seating this, before you go shooting it in, tap it with a rubber mallet so you don't end up busting the seal or doing something crazy. Make sure you're flush. But you can see you ran fresh RVT. There was a leak coming from the case and the pan, so we're sealed up. Okay. Run valve cover in, so you got bolts here, kind of all over the place on it. So there's 2 rubber grommets on these ends by the timing case. Make sure you should put them back on. Okay. So I ran RVT through the back here where the cam seal is, and along with timing a bit, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure these 2 rubber seals are in there when you drop it. I might be replacing these hoses here and here and just dealing with it, so not a big deal, but okay. Remember, if you have a regular ratchet, you can put a screwdriver in this hole so it catches on the frame. Tighten them up. Only I have an electric. I'm able to get it. Okay. Right there, you got space in between that. This side's good, this side's good. These two are not. So they need to be pressed in a little more. Okay, so what I did to get this pulley to turn straight here, you can see they're all flush in the back and pushed through. A little bit of RVT on this, sorry, it's from the case. What I did was I used a mini sledge like this, right in here, and tap, tap, turn on the wing and tap, turn on the wing and tap, just over and over again until I got it to sit flush. So that's how you get the water pump pulley to sit flush if it's sitting awkward on you. Alright, so the next thing is up is our tensioner. We have our 2 bolts for it here. So, just going to film this one really quick. So it goes like so, okay? It sits in there a particular way, like that, okay? This one's pretty easy to get in, just hand thread your bolts. Okay, tensioner's working. Got that done. That's one of our next goals in the process. We're pretty much back together. Going to replace 2 hoses here. Got an exhaust and the bottom to put on, but we're pretty much done. We're going to put on the Harmonic Balancer probably last. So, but make sure that you have this bolt in before you put your AC on, because that's the bolt that is hidden by the bracket. Okay, so you're going to do the pump while you have it jacked up. The reason for this is because when you drop the engine, the AC will pinch this radiator hose and you won't be able to wiggle this pump. So as it sits freely, you can go to the side and to the side. You can generally just pull it to the side this way and get all the bolts. So you can use a bungee and bungee this up if you want to, but I just kind of hold it out of the way and do it. That bolt right up there, it gets covered up by it. So that's how it sits in there. It covers up that last timing bolt. So I didn't really get much good footage on that last time. So I'm just trying to kind of show people really quick what's up with that. So they're going to want to get good position underneath the car so you can hold the pump out of the way. Getting this back in isn't just a cakewalk. It's not like that. But so you need to be able to manipulate this a little bit so you can see what's going on in there. So you can see the bottom bracket threads a little better than the top. So start one on the bottom, okay? So you got one started there. Second one, I just go for the bottoms first. It seems to be a little easier to line up the threads. Just a straight in. So if you look right there, if you pull the compressor to the side, there's access to reach an electric ratchet in here and shoot it in enough so you're not wrenching away and pounding on this AC compressor constantly. So okay, so we got that top one sank. Okay, long as it's in tight. Pulling those out wasn't fun, but I just running them in. I don't really care. Let me run that other side in real quick. I'm going to set that right there. Okay, so our bolt's out. So make sure you line this up a certain way, okay? Okay. Where's our first, shoot this one here. Nice extension on it. You can reach it pretty easy. Don't forget your nut that goes on top of here, okay? Get started. There we go. This. Okay. Now, since you got it through there, I'm going to play with it a little bit and get that mount to line up. So. Okay. You can see we're almost lined up in there to where we can get it. So we need to go home. Alright. Okay. We're close. Okay. It needs to come out this way, so it needs to go. Okay. So stick your ball between there, okay? You're gonna run like this. There. Okay. Okay, so torque converter shield, exhaust has to go back in there, so 17. Okay, so we got two more in the back we gotta put in there. Okay, that's tight. This one a little bit here. Okay. Okay.